In this morning's comments on my video, my Sunday video, Reggie commented that I'm getting a bit repetitive in what I'm talking about and I'm not coming up with any new ideas. And Reggie, I recognize that, and I'm making some efforts to change that. If you saw Tuesday's video, you noticed the title of that was I've Decided to Become a Billionaire. And I think that's a different take on things. And it's inspired me, and I chose that because I am 76 years old, and I got involved about a little over a year ago in YouTube, and it's become a source of income, and I'm building a new business. And so I'm just a little more than a year in it, and it's growing well. And I thought, well, I made a decision that late in my life to start a new business, and it's worked out. Why don't I reach even further? Why don't I am a millionaire, so why don't I just strive to become a billionaire? And as I searched into it, I found that the number one criteria, or the number one objective of becoming a billionaire should be that you should start young. Well, I missed that one, and but I think it is a state of mind. And so doing the research, I thought, okay, I need to inspire my viewers and hopefully more viewers to take on the same challenge. Why just become a millionaire? And I want to say that if you're watching this video, you're probably one of 5% of the population in the world who have recognized that they can do more. They can do more than a 9-to-5 job, and possibly if they can learn how to invest, they can better their life. You are a minority. I believe it is that less than 20% of the people in the world own stocks, and most of those own stocks only because they're part of their 401k plan, and they don't actively participate in it. So in this video, I want to explore the direction, and again, thank you, Reggie, for your comment as to how I'm going to broaden the scope of my YouTube channel. And I'm going to try not to be repetitive of what some other people like Kevin and Graham and Mick Cash and Mo, they speak to what stocks you might want to invest in, and I'll still endeavor into that, but I think I have 76 years worth of experience that give me the license to go in some other directions and maybe offer you some ideas that maybe haven't crossed your mind. The first of which is, why don't I become a billionaire? So let's talk about that a little bit more, and let me give you some insight as to where I'm going.
Best of Us Investors presents Carrie Griegmeyer.
As I said in Tuesday's video, the number one way to become a billionaire, or at least to say that most of the billionaires, let's see, it's 15% of them are in banking and finance. So that basically said to me that if you want to become a hedge fund manager or own a hedge fund, it's a quick way to become a billionaire. I don't have the skills and skill set. I don't have the resume in that area, so I don't think I'll be pursuing that, and I don't think I have the time to do that one, so I'm not going to go in that direction. The next one up was real estate, and I do participate in the real estate business, and I suggest you do. And to that end, I am developing a course that I hope to have out by the 1st of May, where you will be able to learn from my experience in real estate. I'm right now building a development, and that is to say, I found some investors who bought some land and now don't know what to do with it and don't know how to develop it and have their own careers and don't have the time to develop it. And so they've called upon me to develop it. So I basically, as I buy the lots from them, and then I arrange financing to build spec homes on them, which I'm selling. And this 1st of June, I will pick up a check for $425,000. And in that check, there will be about $50,000 worth of profits for me. It is a different way. It is the way of using real estate. And will that make me a billionaire? No, probably it won't. But could it make you a billionaire? Yeah. If I can teach you the method that I use to evaluate property, not only for building on it and selling homes, but also for buying homes that maybe you can fix up and turn into rental property and let someone else make the payments for you. Doing that, yeah, you can become at least a millionaire. And then if you move up into apartment buildings and like Donald Trump into office buildings, yeah, you can become a billionaire there. So I want to teach you what I've learned about that so that you, in fact, can become a billionaire. Then the next one up, and the one that Tuesday's video was about, is to do something in the form of tech business services. And this is something that I think we recognize, and at least if you watch my videos, you hear me say about the world is changing and there are events that are happening that are going to change the world we live in, and it's going to give birth to new companies that are going to again facilitate the change in our world, much as the computer changed our world, much as the World Wide Web, internet changed our world. And the billionaires were the people who recognized these changes and then built a company around those changes to facilitate making our world a better place. And we all know their names. We know Elon Musk, we know Jeff Bezos, we know Larry Page and Sergey Brin. We know Bill Gates, we know Steve Jobs. They all, and many of them, it's interesting, started in a garage. And so what I'm trying to say to my audience is think about that. What are the changes? And again, it's evident that my Tuesday video is about the change in the way that data is going to be handled. And my contention is, much as Google pays me for this video, why shouldn't they be paying me for my data? They actually take my data, which I produce, much as I produce a video, and they turn around and sell advertising against my data. Well, they pay me for the videos. Why can't they pay me and you and everybody, all 365 million of us in this country, for the data we produce? Then the next change that is coming that we need to recognize and possibly build a business around is fintech, and that is through Bitcoin and the change in the way we use our currency, or maybe even getting rid of currency. So I want you to be thinking about what is the business that is going to facilitate that change that I can start, meaning you, and we will explore this. I've recognized already, only after one day, that the video that I made relative to starting a company that is going to pay people for data, the first step of that has to come either from the government or from the Big Nine. That is to say that they all agree with me after watching my video and say, Kerry, you're right. If we're paying you to produce a video and selling advertising against it, we need to pay everybody who comes to Google, who comes to Facebook, who comes to Apple, and deposits their data. We need to pay them for it. I don't know that that's going to happen in my lifetime, but I think it will eventually happen. Then the other thing that I'm going to explore is that of NFT, non-fungible tokens. I think that is an explosive area, and I think we, and when I say we, members of my tribe, viewers of my videos, need to explore that and say, how can we facilitate this change? Right now, you won't hear it yet, but I'm about, I would guess 40, 50 miles away from the Talladega Speedway, and they're going to have a race out there this afternoon. I don't know what it is. It's the NASCAR Talladega race, and those probably 40 cars are going to be roaring around that track. I won't hear it from here, but nonetheless, it's right down the road. And announcing that race is Jeff Gordon. And if you've seen some of my prior videos, you know that I have a ticket from the inaugural Brickyard 400, which Jeff won, and it's in an unscathed ticket. And I've been looking all weekend to find where I can cross paths with Jeff and get him to sign it, because I believe that will become a NFT, a non-fungible token that will have some value. And I think that is an avenue that you and I need to explore. Once we get through exploring the idea of of Google and Amazon paying us for data and changing the economic structure of the world, so these are the things I want to look at in video. We also know that the coronavirus is going to change the world. Now, I don't think that you and I are going to come up with a company that is going to take CRISPR and genome editing and find a cure for cancer by moving the experiments from the test tube to the human body. I don't think we're going to do that. But I don't think, at the same token, we should limit our horizons, because we aren't chemists, we aren't biologists, botanists, or whatever. We don't have those skills, but there are going to be other ramifications of this change in our medical system that we can be a part of. And we got to put our heads together and say, how is that going to be? In fact, of billionaires, the thing goes, the biggest number is banking, then real estate, then tech and business services, then food and beverage, then retail, and then healthcare. 6% of the billionaires come out of healthcare and pharmaceutical. We need to expand our horizons and ask ourselves the questions, how can I participate in that? So that's kind of the direction I want to take my channel. I'm not going to spend a lot of time in the future about predicting which little stock. Oh, I'll do it if I see something that strikes my fancy. But there's plenty of people on YouTube who do that, and I want to do something different. I want to broaden your horizons. I want you to think, wow, I didn't think of that. Why don't I pursue that? And to help that, I want you to go to Best of Us Investors. I want you to give me your name and your email address, and I'll send you a link to my Discord, and then we can talk more about that there. Okay? In the meantime, give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of video. If you want me to do more, go down in the comments and give me your take on Reggie's suggestion that I broaden my horizons. And then also subscribe. Subscribe is going to help us grow our tribe. And truly, the more minds we have working in this direction, the more probability that we'll become billionaires. Okay, talk to you again tomorrow.